Matter of fact, welcome and my good afternoon to all, each one of you, all the faculty members from different institutions, uh, in addition to a specific institution, which I mentioned here. So in this program, so far you have been listening to various resource persons, various theme areas, and for me, the topic is skill development, which among the various themes I consider as most important. All are important, but this one is specifically important. Skill development, research development. Okay, what is the outcome from our institution for the society, for the economy, and that is the way I would be proceeding along. And also the importance of this NEP program. What happened, Michael? Yeah, NEP program. Why this is important? Because you all have been sitting in the past 1 week. Is it the first? Is it the last day or one more day to go?
Tomorrow is the last day, sir.
Okay, so no, so past 7 days, no, you have been. So this is the last day, last session.
Tomorrow will be the last day.
Tomorrow is the last day. Okay, so thank you for. So definitely you have got a taste of what exactly happening here. And in this program, I'll take you to skill development and what is the importance of and all. So first we will start off with what exactly is skill development. But before that, I want to highlight that the same thing has been. If you read the yes, the period of great Rabindranath Tagore, his lifespan 1861 to 1941, more or less in the same line in his own life itself, and in various occasions he has made it clear Indian education system outdated. Number one, are you seeing this slide? My PowerPoint is okay, no? Is visible? Okay. So number one. Number two, and what he was telling, that's a key message for all of us. Don't try to teach the students what we learned during our period. Your UG, PG, PhD, you might have done 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever might be that. Because this is not FIPs or teachers from all categories are there. All category means our assistant browser associate and maybe process also. So what he said, don't limit our own learning because they are born in another time. Do we recognize it while taking the sessions and all? We try to follow whatever our teachers told us, more or less same style. Research also same thing. You have to run according to the time. Otherwise, no, we have become outdated. And this is what this great man was telling. From when? 1941. Even before all these NEP, all these concepts, AI, computer, even nothing. He was a person who lived in the second industrial revolution. Even before computer. Okay. So what we are teaching is outdated thing. And our students, yes, they are not ready for the jobs. So what to do? And then another one, nurturing Indian system, curiosity, creativity, strict discipline. That's what, no, maybe he must be talking about his period. It was all very, yeah, that's discipline is okay, but it should not be killing curiosity, creativity, and replicating outdated norms by heart. Get marks 90%, 98%, and yeah, first rank, second hold, same thing. So we are doing what? And this is what we are facing now. You are reading across, if you take the national dailies, wherever no, you will be seeing more or less same message in the educational columns. Okay, so that's why we call people like him visionaries. 1941, number two. Then next one, 1940, Second World War period. Those who have seen the Oppenheimer movie and all. Yes, he was criticizing Oppenheimer. Anyway, so Franklin Roosevelt, he was talking to the University of Pennsylvania faculties, and more or less same thing. And who is this Franklin Roosevelt? Don't consider him as a mere a politician. He's a person with a great education. Sorry, I didn't tell about Tagore also. Tagore actually, what happened? He went to UK for law studies around in the age of 18 or 19. So we can say 1880s and all. But he didn't like that subject. So he switched over to his passion was for Oriental literature, language. So Western and English literature, English language, then Indian Oriental language, and then that's what he's famous for. And also he did not complete his degree also, so that's not a message for us. But anyway, that was may not have been required for him because coming from a affluent family, he could afford it. Anyway, so here now again another person, Roosevelt, his education, Harvard University, when 1940 he was a principal, like no, sorry, the president. Okay, then Columbia University, Berkeley University. That was all his background. And what he said to the teachers of that time, what he said, we cannot build a future for your youth. We cannot. Students coming to you, your college, we do not know after the degree what they may be they become like. We cannot. Earlier it was possible because only very few degree, yeah. And also future is a different thing. Anyway, then we can always, but we can always build our youth for the future. Prepare the youth for the future. For that only colleges. Earlier, no, that was not the picture. You and me know that. You all might have joined for your EVG program. Yes, I want to be a teacher, I want to be an engineer, something like that. Or the family would have told you, be an engineer or be a teacher, anything, or a officer, bank officer. So we just went to complete the UG, PG, and then I got into job, and that was going on. That's all over. So now what is necessary? Exactly, we have to provide our youth skills, knowledge, and resilience. Resilience. Read it last line. To navigate and shape their own futures. So knowledge we are providing, theoretical knowledge, no, but skills in the education system. We was talking to US people, so that is a different scenario there. And resilience. And that is what exactly we are seeing now. Now, many students, after completing UG, PG, PhD, then UGC, CSAR, NET and all, I know personally, many are wandering around. They do not know what exactly. All of a sudden, they thought that after once they clear this test, they become a lecturer or something. That is not happening. And then another thing, you might have heard about many of our students who went abroad, paying huge loans, taking huge loans, Canada, European countries. And after completing the studies, mostly in the computer field, data science and all, now the advent of arrival of AI, they are finding jobs are not there. Jobs are not there in Canada, for example. They have removed this data science computer part from their priority list. So it is not easy to get the so-called residence PR, permanent residence, for which many aimed at. Can't blame them because no, you don't think like no, they all went for greener pastures. Nothing like that. Get into those premier institutions, no, it required hard work. But now after, and also lots of money. And now after that, now they are saying, we just think about the plight of those students. There are many doctors, many engineers also. Now they're all facing the same issue. So here the important thing, resilience. So when you come to know after 3, 4, 5 years of study, you are not, or there are no jobs in that field, what do you feel about it? And to pass through such a situation, we require resilience, adaptability. That is what this man, Franklin Roosevelt, said long ago. Then with this introduction, I take you to, and my speech will be, my talk will be mostly in this line, and there will be slides in the Hindi and English, and it will not be entirely talking. I'll be taking you to some interesting videos also, very helpful, many of which yes, available on YouTube, agreed. And my presentation, not fully, but the links and all, I'll be sharing with the course coordinator. So my very special, yes, Professor Atik G, and then the assistant director. Yes. So the World Economic Forum, Future of Jobs report. So this is a very reputed international forum. Every week they come out with one subject or another subject. I just see in this week, their target area is mostly about World Economic Forum, AI, and the future. And the future, yeah, someone has to unmute. No, I do not know whether I have that capacity given. I just see whether I can unmute. Anyway, so this is what the World Economic Forum says about, like, okay, so what is the future of jobs in India? What is that? And carefully read it. See, we are all in the teaching line, and there are danger signs for all of us. What it says is, it is an international forum with the data from various sources, very reputed one. They are saying 70% or nearly 67% of companies in India, they are not getting the necessary kind of skilled employees. In other terms, you and me from our colleges, engineering included, for NEP, we are producing students without the necessary skills which the companies require. So what do they do? This is an international problem. 47% world level. You can take this link later. So companies are taking the responsibility of providing the skills by offering. They will train the students. So imagine you completely taught them for 2 to 3 years or 5 years, and after that the company is going to train them for 1 month to make them job ready. Then what is the need for our UG, PG, main subject, ancillary subject, second language? What was the point? Because no, ultimately that's what counts for the students. Whatever might be our academic vision, thinking deep, that's all different thing. Income, financial stability, that is very much required. Okay, so companies are saying removing degree requirements also. I'm not surprised because I have seen it, and I tell you, I was associated with one of the premier institutions of Calicut in Kerala, autonomous college, very reputed, and I was the principal also. Then after that, I moved here, and during my period, we have seen companies from the Calicut region come to our institution. They require our students for, because now they're the smaller companies, not smaller companies, the company locally placed companies, so that no students do not have to bother about the rent and all. So what happened now? They pick everyone, campus recruitment for the IT companies and many private banks, other financial firms. They all they're taking everybody, physics or chemistry or zoology, Hindi, mathematics. Then ask the question, why you are taking everybody? What they told me is simple. Sir, you have a very good pool of students from this region, and we know that, yeah, there's a very good disciplined pool. That's all we need. We will train them for 1 month. After that, they will be job ready. Then imagine I'm teaching my biology, zoology for the past 3 4 years. My degree student is taken to a computer company, and he has given some software, some 1 or 2 months software training. That's all. Then what about all the biology I taught him all these years so passionately? And what about the Hindi? Suppose if they had this is what. So what is the meaning? Then what message the student will be giving later when he's telling his friends, "No, I joined a computer firm." If somebody asked them, "What about the zoology or English you studied?" He said, "That is of no use to me." That's all. But that is not entirely true. But as far as getting a job, so other students also notice. So that's why the company starts in India. Many companies start offering courses like this. You can check yourself. Like best example is the case of banks, HDFC, ICICI, and all. They all do. The students have to do certain specific courses in the in some specific universities, and from that pool, selection for that course is through the bank, and the interview discussion. After that, only the student is allowed to join the course. Yes, definitely high fees also there. And after passing out, they can be in any one of the fields the bank decides. But job is assured, and that's what the youngsters are looking for. Because you and me and all consider ourselves as fortunate. We have a job, whether it is part time or full time, whether the institution is good or I don't might be that. We have a job. But that era after completing a degree, UG or PG, or get a job, that is almost coming to an end. Now the situation is different. Why we see that later. So, what does the future of work look like in India? The fastest growing jobs are all in the jobs are coming up in the technology related roles. Technology. I'm talking about jobs. Specialists, big data, AI, machine learning, cyber security management, solar panel, electric vehicle battery, all these things, and various app development, softwares, and all. So, what is needed? Yes, and it is necessary for us to link. We have to see that our subjects are linked with this area, so that, or our subject for economics. If I am teaching economics, theory economics will not help the student I am producing. So teaching, he should be knowing the big data analysis, AI, in this field of English or in the subject itself. Okay, that's what. So it requires. Then that is the question. See how we are going to teach them. That's why all this multidisciplinary education, like MDC, AEC, all those offerings from the NEP, the students have the choice of economic students. If he wants, he can go and sit in the ecology class, environment class, that is offered by zoology department or the botany department, environmental economics, that will be helpful for him. Pollution, yes, if a student is interested in that field, if he feels that, he may be allowed to permit attending the physics department course, green energy, what is the solar and all. So what happened? Economics and the hard part, he will come to know, he will understand, and accordingly he can think and know what we are in a difficult spot, because we do not have such a background of education. And this is exactly what that great man told long ago. Don't try to teach the current generation students in the way we studied long ago. Okay. So students require skill, and for that only, in addition to getting degrees or skills from your college, your students can get skills from. Suppose your institution is not offering data science or anything like that, or any skill oriented courses, they have the option of joining other institutions, the nearby region, not by not discontinuing from your institution. So, along with the degree, by evening or Saturdays and Sundays, they can go for courses offered by other colleges, maybe PMKVY, NSDC courses, skill-based courses. So this is all about that part. Okay, so that is a question. And then India's key labor market demands, and that too also World Economic Forum, their opinion, India, yes, finding skilled employees, already I mentioned. So filling vacancies by foreign labor. It doesn't mean they are going to bring in people from Europe or Canada, anything like that. But they may be preferring people who have international education. Now we got it. International education. Why? Because that's a different scenario. Okay. So this is the key point. That's why I told you this red part is a danger for us. Just imagine I'm talking to you from Kerala, and we have many colleges in the region. They are facing the difficulty, no students, 35, 40 students supposed to be for each course. It was all very good facilities, infrastructure, everything is there. But students are going somewhere. And Kerala already, the demography, youngest age, their number is less. So if students are not there, what may happen to the teachers working in such places and the institution itself? You might have heard about what happened in the engineering colleges, aided or non-aided. Government will be there or not, that you can guess out what may happen. So those teachers who are attending this program, and if you are in the 20, 30s and 35s and all, be very careful. 40s also, you have another 10, 15 years to go. And it has become our necessity, teachers, necessity for our survival also, for our institution survival also. We have to see that there are courses useful for the skill oriented, or whatever might be that courses useful for the society. Society means parents and the kids, and for the companies are offered, and for that certain sacrifices definitely it is required. Why? Because many times what happened, what we studied, long ago, it may not be any use. The practicals and the syllabus which we are following, it will not of any use in the current day. We have to go for upskilling, reskilling. Best example, yeah, we'll see that later. Okay, now the AI has come. Week after week, we are hearing about the newer and newer facts about this AI updations happening. Unless now we also update what may happen. That's it. Students are smarter. Okay. And then doesn't mean with AI and all these jobs are going to be disappear. It's not that way. Jobs will be there. Jobs are coming up. And earlier, that's what's a technologically related field. Okay. So newer jobs will come, but what is required is the requirements will be different. Skills or technology or programming and all such aspects in the new genre, it is important. Skilling. Okay. So then what about the schooling? Schools also same tragedy. We are teaching our teachers and they go back and teach the same way to the +2 or the school students. That's all. So what happened? Exam centric, complete 10th standard +2, then go for all the mad race for the NEET exam or whatever might be that. There is nothing wrong in that, agreed, because that is a system. But after that, what? Parents or the society pressurize the students because they know only that is the only way out. And that's what I'm taking to the next one. Career counseling platform, 2019. 2019, their survey. And during that period, they showed that 93% of the students, Indian students, if you ask them what is after schooling, they will end up on the seven careers, seven conventional careers. Why? Not only students, parents also same thing. Yes, my son or daughter after the 10th, yes, it's all pre-planned plans are there. They will go to this coaching center, or he will be in this section, or I will send him for a beard, and these all predetermined. Okay, so only seven of them. And what are they? After doctor, engineer, or lawyer, yeah, exams are there. CA, MBA, teachers of any type, schooling or sorry, what might be that? Okay, and then IAS, IFS, all those. But the modern economy, that's what the Mindler, the modern economy says that. Now, not says, now the modern economy, it is not offering seven conventional careers. There are options are around 250 career options are there. Many are not known to us, especially even to teachers also. Consider yourself and ourselves, myself, as the most educated group in the society. We are in this teaching field. We are supposed to know what is happening outside and what should happen to our kids. So 250 career options. How many career options are known to you personally? And it comes under 40 domains. So nearly 5,000 job types are there. And that is what I'm taking you here. Modern economy, career options, domains. So I have selected a few domains which are easy to understand. So you are seeing this yellow colored domains, sorry, red colored. And on the right side, career options. So I'll take a highlight a few of them, yellow ones. The last one is performing arts under this dome. Performing arts. Earlier, no, all these dance studies and all, it didn't end in a career option. But now what do you see? How many channels are in front of you every day in your regional language? How many programs? Who are behind all these programs? It is being produced by dance or music or whatever. There are youngsters are there, many of them. Choreographer, music directors, theater, serial, or what might be that. Maybe acting or whatever might be that. So these all are the national channels. So now that is one. So another domain, hospitality tourism. Now how the marriages are arranged, who organizes all the receptions after the marriage, any program, not only marriage, any meeting, event management team. You check the Google or search in your net, no, you will come to know who are the event management team in your region. They take up. Actually, who are they? You will see a set of youngsters. When you go for the marriages and all, you just look around. Who are working for them? Stage arrangement, decoration, then all the arrangements. That it's a main career option. Okay. Then travel. If you want to go to this program in Nagpur, yeah, you want to go to Lonavala or to Jaipur, whom you will approach? Yes, Uber, Ola, that is another thing. Other than that, travel agencies are there. Travel agencies, online, many of them, very reputed, label ones are there. Or it can be international tours also. Then hotel, same thing. So these are the new. Earlier, some 10 to 20 years ago, what is the scenario? How did you go for your studies or your tours during your UG or PG period? Most probably, maybe hiring from your end. Now it's all changed. Now everybody is on the move. Family, youngsters, seniors, everyone. And this is the most interesting one. Design and creative ads. Sorry. Games are there. Computer games. Computer games. If you like computer games, who designs your computer games? We will say this is mostly coming from China or Europe or maybe from Indian companies also, because piracy that is very much there. Anyway, somebody is designing all these games, so there's a lot of demand. And ask your son or daughter, if they are not addicted, I would say, interested in the computer games and all, they will buy one by one. This week one, next week another one, next week another one, like that. So, but someone is producing it. Okay. And then next one, fashion stylist. Now, what are the options available for us? Whether it is shirt or pant or ladies dress or whatever might be that. So many. Tata Studio, Pantaloon, Reliance, Reliance Trend, Amazon. Visit their website, Flipkart. So many sellers are there. And what the sellers do? How many varieties are there? Fashion, style, design. Who decides it? And similarly about the boutique. I'm talking about the boutique. Yes. The beauty, beauty parlor. Yes. Beauty parlor also in everywhere. And you will see who are working there. And from where all these youngsters get the training. And many are it's our students also. Okay. So similarly, website design, everything. So that's what we call the modern economy. So many career options are there. So I started with what the Mindler said long ago, 2019, they were telling only 7 careers are known. Yes, that was a scenario. Now it has changed. Now so many careers are there. 40 domains, career option, job types. So my basic question, your subject, your department or my department, what is our contribution? As Tagore has said correctly, manufacturers, Indian education system, Indian colleges, universities, manufacturing. He used the term manufacturers. We are manufacturing. 40 students from your degree class, or maybe 30, 10 departments, 300 students, and 10 colleges, 3,000 students in your region. So like that, how many? And after going out, where do they end up in one of these jobs? That is a reality now. And what training we are giving. And I take you to another example. See, this actually came in a newspaper, local newspaper. It was about the Adani port. All politics now, it's over. It is a huge success. That's why I understand. And Adani port, no, these are the people operating the crane. Who are they? You are seeing 9 smiling faces of young ladies. These young ladies are the ones who are operating, lifting up containers from these huge containers. Sorry, ships, container movement. They control it. And what is their basic education? Physics, computer engineering, diploma, graduate, everything is there. Commerce, mathematics, somewhere teachers, maybe self-financing teachers, definitely. So they moved because these people, they learned, they joined the skill-oriented course, crane operators. So when the Adani interviewed and all, they got job. They're happy. Everybody, yeah. So this is what we call options. What options are there? Okay, so it's also another career option. It doesn't mean Nagpur or wherever might be coming from if this job is there. So there are options, various options. So skill-oriented courses helps them. And then I take you to the next one. World Economic Forum. What is the future of jobs report? It says 2025 fastest growing jobs. Big data specialists, AI and transport information IT. And then next one, FinTech engineers. What is FinTech engineers? online financial services. You may be having your investment in a share or in the mutual fund. Who are behind it? Who approaches you? You may be with the one of the hedge funds. So there are youngsters are there. Then third one, machine learning specialists, AI and machine learning. So it's already mentioned. Then apps. How many apps are in your mobile? Who creates it? Why we replace it one by one? So someone is developing. He may not be happy with the present app. Another one, whether it's from Play Store or from Apple, somebody is loading it there. So they creates, and based on the success, they make the income. And then fifth one, autonomous vehicles, yet to catch up in this country. It's coming up. Now we have the protocol of this autonomous vehicle is there. Auto park is there. No, auto park in some cars. Auto parking. You come out and the car itself will automatically park. That is it. So this is all no areas. You think about it. 10 o'clock now you have to rush and you are leaving the car for auto park and they do the auto parking itself. Okay, similarly, autonomous driving vehicles also. It's already there in the West and China. Okay, it is not permitted in India now. Anyway, electric vehicle specialists. What does that mean? We have all these companies producing electric vehicles. Repairs are there. See what mechanical engineering, everything is there. Now added to that, now in addition to the ordinary, the all type of vehicles, now we have electric vehicles. Who will repair it? So certainly there are going to be a great demand. In India, you have seen only 10-15% of electric market vehicles have entered into the system. 10-15% of the market taken by electric vehicles. So once they become, and definitely they have to, because in the yesterday's paper I was reading in Delhi, all the auto rickshaws and everything should be EV from 2028 onwards. All the cycle rickshaws, everything which now running on a battery and all fuel and that. So if that happens, who will repair it? Who will prepare the manufacture the ancillaries, spare parts? Any city for that matter. So this is the international data, not about India alone. Indian data, international data, future of jobs, fastest growing jobs, and then this is where we are stuck. We teach our students for fastest declining jobs. Whether you will agree with me or you just listen. First one, clerical secretary workers. Automation, digitalization. One example. How many bank clerks or POs posters now we see? Earlier, not some 10 years ago, we used to see a lot of advertisements, calls from SBI, all the banks for the PO, SBI PO, SBI clerical exam, all those. Now, do we see that? What happened? The demand has come down. There are other options they are following. And next one, ticket clerk, cashiers in metros and all. How many are there? And this that actually, if you have that app and all, not we don't go to there at all. So that is ticket clerks, cashiers are mostly for the people who are not having the expertise in online payment system. Others no, they don't wait in the queue and all. So what is the meaning? We wait for another 5-10 years. Now we have a generation of, see, as I said, now we belong to the most privileged category, highly educated and access to all the digital media, automation, computer and all. But that is not the case of most of the farmers and a lot of people, villages and all. They may not be knowing it. Only the basics they know. And also they do not trust. Anyway, so they go to the cashier class. But another 5-10 years, what may happen? Bus booking, how do you do that? You want to go to from Nagpur to Delhi or to Bombay, train booking. Apps are there. In Kerala and all like almost everywhere, all the state buses. It is all being run with the online payment mechanism is there. Okay. And then what about the banks? Online banking, internet banking. So what has happened? Number is coming down. Then printing workers. Yeah, earlier, no, many were there studying all these Excel, like all the computer program, AutoCAD, including everything. Data Pro, and all offering courses for the Excel, not Excel. Yeah, Office basics, Windows, Microsoft Office coaching and all. Now it has all come to an end. Those shops disappeared. Then accountants and auditors become generally They used to get some kind of job with some auditor, or no auditor will be having some 10 20 students sitting with them. Even if they don't clear the CA exam, they can be helping the people in filing income tax and all. Now what is happening? Now how many of us go for an auditor? Most of us, we depend mostly on some Excel, or sorry, Excel based program or software. And now added to that, AI based tools have come. So what is happening in this era, and what may happen in the another 5 to 10 years? That is the question. And without knowing all this, we are just producing, BSc degree, and it is still going on. And what are the students with us? What may happen to them after they come out? Because we cannot be blamed, right? Because morning to evening, yes, we got a job and we were teaching as per our university curriculum, degree and all. Yes, that's it. And by evening we go home, get job. Sorry, my month and get the salary. Life was going on like this. But what is happening? The students we teach, that is the reality. Okay, this part now I'll show you in the another session. So then you can ask me why suddenly all this has happened like that, and that lead us to this issue. What do you see here? It was in newspapers for long, almost 1 year, in 2024-25 and all. Population pyramid. So you see in this particular image two population pyramids. The one is of the India on the right side. It is pyramid shaped, and on the left side is the population pyramid of China. China. So one is pyramid and one is AN shaped. The base is narrow because each bar represents the age class. So 0 to 4 age class. In China, it is 1.9%. So of the 1.42 billion people in China 2024, 1.9% is the 0 to 5 age class. So at the same time in India, 0 to 5 age class is having 4% of the population. 4%. So that is why this is wider here, this is narrow here. So all other age class also more or less same problem. And here we see India is having this area, the lower part, the base is wider, or the population pyramid. Yes, population pyramid with it is a pyramid. So it is not pyramid shaped here. So it means we have lots of younger cities. And this is what we are reading in newspapers, like 65% of population under the age of 35 in India. 65. In China is currently only having 41%. So in future, when years go by, they will suffer. And it was highly glorified and all. But further data analyze out the unemployment, the 2024 age group. And who are this 2024 age group in 2024? Our students. Our students. Academic qualifications all are coming out of the degree somehow. Because anyway, so UG, PG degrees are there, but they are not getting jobs. Only 40-45% are getting jobs. And companies are finding, I would not say lots of employment is there, but even then, employment number, companies are finding most of them are unfit for jobs. That's what already I mentioned. Companies started giving training. Okay, because why? Theory learning, skills imparted, lacking. They have only theory, 90%, 98% mark. They go with the first rank, second rank, that's all. But when the fellow asks, the employer asks them to do something, they do not have the practical skill, which is needed by the specific industry, or the life skill. Suppose he has to work in an online company, fintech, mutual fund company, they know how to tackle the customer. They may be having marks in accountancy or tally software, everything. That's a different thing. And then the customer asks them a question. When the farmer and all, suppose he's a farmer with lots of money coming to a share market, how to explain and all, how to tackle them. That is the tragedy. And this is one article which I liked very much. Yeah, this has come in the South Hindu newspaper. It says about demographic dividend. It is a time bomb. Why time bomb? Because we have a vast youth population. And what is happening? Over 800 million are under the age of 35. It's a workforce. Okay, but what is happening is because of the technological changes, now AI and automation, traditional jobs are not helpful to them. So it is all about the degree students. Your UG, mine also, they go out from the college after 3 or 4 years of study, and they find out that there are no jobs. Imagine a degree student after degree not getting a job, and what about his home scenario? His parents will tolerate for 1 or 2 or 3 months. After that, what may happen? They will blame the youngster. Imagine he's blaming your third year student who completed UG. And what will be his reaction? Whose students? And can we blame the parents or the student? Because students know poor things based on the situation prevailing after the plus two. Yeah, they came to us, they studied in our college, they believed, listened to all of us 3 years. Yeah, we may say they were not responsible. So that's a different thing. But now, after that, they're finding no jobs at all. So how many students from your department? As I said, 300 into 10, 13 you want one classroom. How many of them are getting a job? And 30 families. What is the scenario? And the parents, if they have given, if they have enrolled them in your self-financing college with after paying 2 or 3 or 4 lakhs rupees, they'll be more furious. And ultimately, the students become rebels. They will react. And the reaction may be, yeah, generally I consider the youngsters are very nice guys. But when they provoked, yeah, they get into all sort of bad habits. Maybe wrong friends, wrong habits, and everything that I did not say, and wrong attitude also. That is why generally we say the current generation, they do not know how to behave. Why? There is something called hope. When that is lost, when they are disappointed, they cannot sit at home. Parents will not sit at home. They will come out. And there you are trying to teach them discipline. They will react. That's all. Do you agree with me? No comments? This is a reality. This is what happening in our institutions, whether it is girls or boys and all. Okay, so that's the sad part of it and all. So that's why each home. So when you have lots of youngsters like in your society, it is a time bomb for the India. Imagine all the districts, all the states. We have unemployed youngsters without job and jobless and disillusioned, unhappy. It is not good for the society. That is a time bomb. And then you will ask me the question, why this all happened? Yes, to understand that, we have to think about, that's what I told you. Yes, yeah, industrial revolution. Industrial revolutions are there. It happened long ago. It started industry. It started coming out with the arrival of steam engine. Steam engine. Before that, it was not so industrialized, agriculture oriented, mostly. So, industrial revolution 1760, 1840, roughly. Mechanization, steam power came. Steam power. Steam engine was discovered by James Watt. What's this important? So that made movements possible, transportation. Imagine no engines, a train, no trains, no buses. Earlier it was all coal based. So that is what steam did. And boats also same thing. Earlier, no, all the British or the Japanese, everyone, they were moving in the ships made of wood and sailing. This all changed. So it changed the society, agricultural society, agriculture economy, it became industry like. So who are good? So with the arrival of machines and all, people from your region, Nagpur to Bombay or to Gujarat, Surat, many places you can go out. Earlier it was possible, but the movement was in this kind of vehicle. What vehicle? Bullock cart. What is wrong in the bullock cart? There is nothing wrong in the bullock cart. But imagine you are living in a village where the transporting media is the bullock cart. How many kilometers you can go? How much travel is possible? Okay. Then another thing, and you see this diagram there, you can see the farmers are using pumping water, pumping water. That is with the help of bullock, ox only, drilling, not tractor, nothing. This was the scenario before the arrival of steam engine. It all suddenly changed with the arrival of this machine. So people from your region, they can transportation possible, and If you are unhappy, imagine you are a very talented person and you do not like agriculture. Yes, but you have the talent for something else. Okay, then definitely you can reach out. So this all possible. Invest it towards horses. So that is the first step. Number one. Then factory scale. Number two, second industrial revolution. 1870, 1914 period. So this period, what happened? First it was steam engine, that was followed by the next engine, electricity, electricity powered engines. So bigger and bigger factories, steel industry, chemical industry. So what happened? Best example is it Henry Ford. So electricity powered industry started, mass production, unskilled, more and more factories means more and more people to work. You see in this image, second industrial revolution, a scenario. Surat and Bombay and Calcutta, Madras, everywhere. So many factories, ancillary units, Punjab, Hoshiarpur, Ludhiana. Okay, so morning to evening, people are working in a factory, and that is what is the scenario there? And but these are semi-skilled. Imagine you are also born during a 1920, 30 like that. You ask your grandfather about his education. What was the options available for him? College, after schooling, how many could afford schooling those days? You ask how many colleges, and from your village, even now also maybe, yeah. But those days, no, it was very difficult. Very few colleges, one or two colleges or three, four colleges in the state. Three, four colleges in the state. How many can get admission? So what all of this we are doing? Think about it. So that was second industrial revolution. And to that picture, these machines came. And to understand the scenario, the kind of scenario prevailed during the second industrial revolution. All over the world, same scenario. And that's why this movie in 1936, modern times. So I'll take you to one video, and that will be interesting to watch. And it shows the mentality and the mindset what may happen. So in factories, no, definitely factories are there, factory owners, no, yes, they look for boosting productivity. So the workers will be pressurized. Okay, there may not be like relaxing time and all, and that's only to all the communist movement, working rights, human rights later. That's another thing. Anyway, so just see this video.
Section 5, keep it the limit.
Uh, okay. I want to say the core point, the remaining part of the video. When I share the link, no. Otherwise, also you can see it on the YouTube. So the point here, no, this movie was made during 1936 by modern time. Sorry, Charlie Chaplin. So what is the message? This was the prevailing scenario in the society. Second industrial revolution. See, no computers, no AI. So people were living like this from morning to evening, and then you work under yeah complete stress in a factory. What may happen, that is what he has depicted correctly. Okay, so that is the that's about the second industrial revolution. So why I'm saying now, why all this NEP everything has become now and then we go to the next industrial revolution, we are witnessing it because we all born through during this period. Okay, some may be 1970s 80s, some others may be after 80s, what might be that. Third industrial revolution is what happening. So what's the peculiar this region? This is a period when digital computer arrival of computers. Till then, no, there was nothing like this computer or internet, nothing at all. This all changed. A lot of changes happened. So, manufacturing, computers started controlling. They made many human tasks simple. For me, if you ask me, no, I was doing PhD before this period. That is the period 1988, yes, 1991. I was in one of the top premier college in the country, Loyola College Madras. There are remote computers appearing by 90s, 1990. If that was a scenario, then what would have been situation? I do not know. Okay. So till then we were all typing, whether it's typing, computer typing, and then a PhD, every day go and sit, write, type, and then come back, print out, go to somewhere and sorry, what print out? I don't remember. Anyway, typing was going on. Yes, just print out. And ultimately what happened? 91, 92, computers came. And that MS-DOS, no Word, no Excel, PowerPoint. Can you just think of any period now where without any of this data helping tools are there, softwares are there, no PowerPoint also, no computers. And by 92, 93, it became somewhat easy. And by that time, yeah, MS Office 96 or 97, that is a period it became popular and we all studied. Okay. And 2000, luckily, the college got DST FIST also because I got a job in 1994. And by 2000, no DST FIST and all departments were having computers. But many teachers were unaware of how to use the computer. So for that, there was all these programs, many information, sorry, many training programs. But half the teachers, they won't attend it. And they all said, we want to go with the chalk and board. We won't shift away. That is a classic thing. People are not ready to change. But we found it with the DST FIST, with the arrival of LCD projector. It was easy to, there is no need to draw the diagrams and many things you can show and you can cover things easily. Anyway, that was a period when, but all the same teachers in 2005, 2010, or who were unwilling to learn digital technologies, even won't open the email also, everything changed thanks to COVID. So what happened? During COVID period, everybody, unfortunately, I was a principal also that period. And it became essential broadband connection all across the college to, okay. So online sessions, online classes, all accessories, and it all required teachers having a computer mostly. Okay. Then everybody learned PowerPoint production, Word file creation, Excel create, everything that can be done with a computer. That's what we call the teaching workforce became experts in the what we call learned and adapted to the new learning skill. Imagine you are without this skill, you do not know computer in this period, what may happen? So in 2020, what might happen? In your school or college, you are not knowing how to a part of the computer system, digital technology transfer, ICT system. No Google Meet and no Zoom, nothing, management will throw you out. That's what happened in banks in 1990s. How many of us remember that? 95, 2000 is the period when lots of VRS. Why all this VRS happened? Because internet banking, online banking came and managers found it very difficult. You may have gone for online banking later, but in banks it became necessary. Data entry, data storage and all. Poor managers of the old generation. Can't blame them. They have only just 3-4 years to go. about to retire. They were forced, and even if you're forced to study it, there are limitations. Anyway, so banks offered the VRS, and this the government approach is like that. So they all escaped. Otherwise, what might have happened? You can just imagine. Anyway, so what we see here in all these phases, now third industrial revolution, arrival of computer, automation, electronics, and we mostly belong to this period, digital era, and we were going smoothly sailing like that. Then what happened? We ended in the fourth industrial revolution, and we saw now it is 2026. By 2020 around, we will say arrival of more AI, robotics, big data, cloud computing. What happened to all the floppies and CDs and all? Cloud computing. And what about the big data analysis and all? Now we enter into central pool data analysis. See? Okay. 3D printing, internet, not the old type, where we were using the telephone dependent internet and all. Downloading one image itself take nearly 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I remember that. Robotics. And to understand more about that, now what's happening? Machines are communicating. Now what is happening? Machines analyzing data. Humans are not required. They make decisions automatically. Smart factories, self-learning machines, highly automated production. That is what fourth industrial revolution happening. And developed countries are boosting productivity with the minimum number of human people. AI jobs are disappearing. If you are seeing, that is exactly it. They require whom? Highly skilled, talented individuals who can develop, manage, and optimize advanced system. To understand more of it, I'll take you to one more video that is from the Tesla. While listening to Tesla, you will hear lots of glorifications from their part. They thought they are going to be the world leaders of everything. It is an award 4 years ago. Okay, that's why purposefully I have taken that particular video. And there you will be seeing all the boasting by the Elon Musk and his team. And then what happened to understand that. And this video will give you an insight into what exactly is happening in the field of automotives, car manufacturing, vehicle manufacturing companies, how they are operating. And what we have to think at the same time, how many of our engineering institutions are providing them the necessary skill to be fit into this system? That is what Elder mentioned. World Economic Forum says Indian companies, they are depending upon foreign labor. Foreign labor means foreign education, where the students might have experienced all hands-on experience in this one. Anyway, you see it, then you will get a clear picture about that, what is happening. So all the car companies are like this. So many of our engineering colleges are offering training like this, machines to operate these machines and all. You see it.
So Tesla makes a few different cars, like the Model S, X, and 3, and they all go together a little differently. But for the sake of today's example, we're going to focus variation that they are building at the Gigafactory in Texas, because this is the most clear example of how Tesla makes a vehicle in a way that no other company on Earth can match.
You heard that word, no other company on earth. That's what they thought at that time.
The first stage of this process is going to be fabricating the various panels and vehicle structure that make up the Model Y body. To do that, Tesla is going to use a process called stamping. This is pretty simple. You have two halves of a die mold that hold the shape of the part that you want to make. Then you place a sheet of metal in between those two halves. Typically, that's going to be aluminum, and then the machine stamps down on that sheet of metal to form it into the desired shape. There are going to be dozens of these stamping machines involved in fabricating all of the components that make up the body structure. The next step from there is going to be piecing them all together. That's where the big robot arms and conveyor belts start to come into play. They are welding together all of those stamped pieces to begin forming the skeleton of the Model Y body, moving from one robot down the line to the next, each one adding a new piece of the puzzle. This is what they call the body in white stage of the process. The car is not actually white at this point. It doesn't have any paint at all. I don't know why they call it that. But once the skeleton frame is complete, they're going to start attaching all of the body panels, like the fenders, the doors, the hood, and the trunk. these can't just be slapped on by robots. So there are going to be workers attaching and bolting down all of this bodywork. In theory, they would be ensuring that everything is fitted perfectly straight and even. But in practice, Tesla has been known to fall short on that aspect, though apparently Giga Texas is turning that around with nice, tight fits on the bodywork. From there, we go on to the paint shop, where the assembled body gets sprayed with primer and then sanded down to a level surface. Then it goes through a whole series of spraying and dunking and drying sessions, getting multiple layers of paint and gloss, depending on the finish. White is the easiest, that's why it's the cheapest. Red is the most complicated, with multiple layers of color and metallic speckles, and that's why it's more expensive. After the paint is dried, buffed, and polished, the body goes off to have all of the interior paneling fitted, the electronics wired up, and the glass installed. Now, simultaneous to all of that, there's going to be a separate process going on to manufacture the Model Y's underbody and powertrain. For that, they're going to start with a structural battery pack. This creates the central frame section of the vehicle, and into that battery pack, they are going to directly bolt on the front and rear into the Giga castings, one in the front and one in the back. Each is connected through a gearbox into the rolling structure, kind of like a skateboard. Then on top of the battery pack, they are going to lay down the carpeted flooring, attach the center console and interior trim, and then bolt down all 4 seats directly to the top of the structural battery pack. Then the last big step is going to be to drop the finished body directly on top of the frame and powertrain assembly. The two are connected together by a series of bolts all around the perimeter of the structural pack and castings. From there, the Model Y gets the finishing touches from a team of people doing the final quality control. Again, in theory, this is where any defects and issues are identified and fixed before the vehicle rolls out to be delivered to the customer. Now, that is how the process works at Giga Texas, and it's fairly similar at Giga Shanghai. So now you have some additional context for how incredible it is that all of that can be done so efficiently that they can produce a brand new Tesla every 30 seconds at the Shanghai factory. Have you heard of the sneaker company?
So, you heard the last sentence? Every 30 seconds, maybe mostly. Anyway, you take it as every 30 minutes, one car coming out from such a automated factory. And this is what fourth industrial revolution is doing. Now, all the companies are following the same thing in this line. Machines are communicating, analyzing data, making decisions. Highly skilled people are here. They are required. So this is not only Tesla. I'll share the video later. Sorry, PDF later. You hit here. Volkswagen, Toyota in India. Everywhere they do the same thing. Stamping and welding and all these things. Okay. And then what about other industries? Agriculture, agro-based industries. Not much in India. We just started. But the global countries, so the US and Europe and all, robotic harvester, tractors, drones, they are doing it. Okay. And then food processing, automated cooking stations, no humans, packing system, same thing. Textile, garment industry. Now, India, we have fierce competition from Bangladesh and Vietnam, smaller countries, but they are almost in our level within the garment industry. Can you believe it? Bangladesh and India, more or less on the same line. Because they are employing all, because they have people who are skilled to work in robotic sewing machine, smart fabric cutting. There are various videos you can check later when you are free. I'm not going to show all those things here, but this food industry alone I'll show you because that is interesting. So in the first part of the video, they say they have developed that system with 2 years of research. And that is the catchword. 2 years of research to develop that machine. So what is research? And what is our idea about research? That is what. So research doesn't mean always producing paper and publication alone. It involves other aspects also. Can you see this video? I'll just play it.
We are Kernel Foods. We're based here in New York City. The company got started about 2 years ago, did 2 years of R&D trying to figure out how
Yeah, read it. 2 years of R&D, figure out. Chef crafted fresh food that's made every day, and then develop that machine, R&D.
to take chef-crafted fresh food that's made every single day and turn it into fast food using ingredients that you would find in your kitchen. The food industry is certainly facing some challenges these days, and one of them revolves around labor. What we've set out to do is look to say, what are the jobs that are the least appealing to people in the industry, where we could use automation to supplement and make the rest of the jobs better paying jobs, jobs that you want to stay in. When you walk into the back of the kitchen, you find this role, the expediter. The person in the back, often screaming and yelling, there's tickets flying around, orders are coming through, orders are being called out. Then when you're dealing with hot food, there's loading in and out of the oven and making sure that you're timing things all in the right way. This is where using a multi-axis robot from KUKA and the automation technology that we put around it allows us to simplify that process and create rollout restaurants all around the country. One of the other things that was unique with the KUKA solution is that we were able to choose an HO robot so that we're able to use food and health grade products in our entire food preparation.
We chose KUKA to something to do what they're really good at, which is sort of this very high-tech phase that populated within this rack. Then it has to basically precisely within that oven to get better food quality and then also get really predictable outcomes.
Definitely this will catch this country also. Now it is in the US and it will be coming to India also. And imagine you are sending your student after a degree to this kind of atmosphere. What he knows about, unless he has the skills and all, yes, he can learn it. That's a different thing. But when there are so many who are well experienced, companies will give jobs to who? So that's what we call everywhere automation, robotics, not only in automotive industries. So what's happening? Who are required? This is what NEP is telling us. Reskilling evolution. Challenge. Fourth industrial revolution is there. Okay. Job displacement. Half the global workforce. Reskilling is necessary. Many students will lack essential skills. So what is required? Okay. Skill requirement shift. Growing demand for highly skilled workers. Technology, programming, data analysis, everything. Then what about the unskilled or semi-skilled labor, like traditional workforce? They were not necessary. Unemployment or underemployment. Underemployment means what? Salary will be very low. Jobs are there, but 20,000 instead of getting 1 lakh rupee or 50,000 rupees as a teacher, 20,000, 10,000. That is what happening to most of the teachers. Private school teachers. Why? So many are there. Okay, so what is required? Adaptation training. A country like India, large population, upskilling, reskilling not done, we will struggle. What about the economic impact? Economic impact, and that is where China scores. We have more coming in the next slides. So if the workforce is educated, skilled, good. Otherwise, no, we will see articles like this. What this article says? It all says about, yes, students of this country. They are struggling in many places after completing the degree and all. They are without a job. So what we can do about it? No, that is not going to be our, sorry. Yeah. So this is a scenario now we are facing, like jobs, economic impact, large population, high automation, reskilling, that is all required. Now it is 326. And then I go to the next part. Gross domestic product is there. You look at this figure, it's all known to the social science teachers very well. There's also, we here now, we are in the top 10 economy. We are the one among the top 10 economies of the world. That is a very great achievement. 197 countries in the world, and we are in the 4th or 5th, 6th position. So who are the number one? $30 trillion US. US, no doubt about it, because they're okay. Second one is China. Okay. See, we have to think about, that is, this China in 1990s and all, they were behind us. Now their economy is 5 times ahead of world, second largest economy they are become. Okay. And then what about all other economies? Here it is 20 trillion and all others with 4, 4, 3, 2, including India. But don't compare India with other countries because here now we have one difference. We have 17% of the world population with us. 17. One, we are the largest populous country, most populous, 1.46 billion. China, another country with 17 billion. Sorry, 17%, 1.42 billion. 42 billion. Area wise, India 33 lakh square kilometer. China nearly, sorry, a number I forgot, 80, around 80 square lakh kilometer. America is 98. So these two are the largest populations. So all of this a small country, and how they have reached such level per capita income, per head income. That is a tragedy. Among the top 10, we are the lowest ranked one, 4 digits. How they have reached that level? And that is what this article says. Education, economic development. Anushak was a man. Long-term economic growth. A function of cognitive skills of the population. Cognitive skill. What is cognitive skill? The capacity to think, create, analyze, remember. All these things together. And this data is based on their 40 years of study in Latin America, Argentina, Brazil, and all. They are also same scenario. So much of money is going for the colleges, schools, everything. But economy is not growing. We are hearing about economy growing in Taiwan, China, and all, not from South America. Why? And there, okay, so this is what Hanushek was a man based on the finding. Funding is there. So many schools are there, but that is not the picture. Policy makers, you can say the government, they focus on creating infrastructure, literacy rates, 100%, 90%, everything. But the core issue is outcome. What is the outcome? Cognitive skill. The population is having cognitive skill or not. That is what known as the knowledge capital concept, the knowledge capital of nations, education and economics of growth. It's a book written by these two people. It's very famous. And that leads to the next part, Bloom's taxonomy, the cognitive skill. I'll take 2 minutes and stop here. We'll take a break. Okay. So the cognitive skills, ability of brains to think, our people, our capacity to think, learn, remember. Okay, from where you get it all? It starts from school. Lower order thinking skill we get from the schools. When you send your child to school, remembering, understanding, applying, and all. Then next step happens, remembering, understanding, applying. School level, this is what happened, lower order. The higher order thinking skill, it happens in the colleges and universities. Students should get the analyzing capacity. What is analyzing capacity? Now the European war is, the Iran war is going on. Ask them to analyze how many can find out explain it well, evaluate. It's something like, you ask them to read a book and write a review or a movie. How many can do it? And then creativity after studying, maybe from English department or from zoology department, anywhere. How many of them can write a research paper, identify or help the farmers, something like that, or equipment, or a solar panel, or repair, anything like that. Creativity, not there. Creativity is so the creativity is the highest level of cognitive skills. Okay. And that leads to this funny name, Program for International Student Assessment. It is known as PISA, Global Education International Triennial Survey. In PISA exam, what happened? This is a 2-hour test. International body, OECD is conducting it. 2 hours, 5,000 students from each country goes and appears for this test once in 3 years. And it gives an idea about the skills, cognitive skills of Indian students, Pakistani students, like that. So 5,000 students from India, international exam, all across the country, all over the world, they are writing this exam. Then based on the score, the rank goes like this. The top pairs are, you can see, 2022 worldwide ranking. The top pairs are in green color region. North America, Canada, America, and then Europe, some countries, Australia and New Zealand. And from the entire Asia, only a small pack of 6 countries. And who are the 6 countries? Those 6 countries are Singapore, China, Japan, Taiwan, South Korea, Hong Kong. most growing East Asian miracle. Only these East Asian countries are in the top list. And surprisingly, they are the toppers of this exam. See, remember, it is an international exam, cognitive skill. It is developed by the America and Western Europe and all. But even this one, no, even Germany is missing. And all these 6 Asian countries are the toppers. How? That means the students from 5,000 students from these 6 countries, they are represented. And what happened to India? We wrote once this exam and there was a tragedy and we were 73rd. After that, government is not sending. So, and what do we go to learn from this test? That is the key. And I stop here. This test enables us to understand where do we stand, our education system. Indian education system is good, or Bangladesh is good, or China is good. Identifying the inequities, benchmarking which system is good, and globally where do we stand, and who is responsible, you and me. We are teaching the students, our education system. So improvements are necessary, and that is what all this exam. So thank you. We will take a break or no break. We'll take a break and come by. Now it is 3:33. No, you're all there. Okay, thank you. So now it is 3:30, or you can say 3:35. So I'll come by 3:45. Thank you. Yeah, good evening. I'm back here. I hope you are all joined, and I'll be sharing my video. So we ended with what is this PISA program for International Student Assessment, and there we saw the sorry picture of Indian ranking very low, and that is unfortunate thing because yeah, and then after 2009 and all, we stopped participating. So the test is a very fruitful one, internationally very recognized. And more or less the same story I used to hear from many of my students. As I told you, I'm fortunate to have associated with one of the topmost colleges in this part of the country. So many of our students, they could get admission in various good institutions, especially in the UK, Europe, and all. But they come back and tell us, what exactly is happening. Like, see, they were all shocked to see, like, no, it is not like the Chinese and all. They are all outsmarting most of the students with their field experiments, sorry, the way they conduct practicals and all. And they realized that. They told me, yes, sir, we are all good in. That's the point they used to tell me. We are quite good in theory learning, but practicals, no, that is. And that's exactly what this one also. Then critical thinking. See, that's all. No, that's another part. So this test now, here you see Singapore, China, they are the top base based on the PISA. So what is this PISA? You can refer in the Google Wikipedia. And there are Reddit. Germany was so disturbed just because they are not in the top 10, top 20 also. Remember, that is such a huge industrial country. And what is the meaning? The students of that country, they are lagging behind in the case of what you call skilling. Sorry, not skilling, cognitive skill. So what is cognitive skill? Already explained. Think, learn, remember, creativity, and who are the top A's. And these are the, and this is from that organization which I called OECD, 38 countries international forum. So whether you like it or not, this is a reality. Globally, where do we stand? And that is what this test said, and who is responsible for all this also. Okay, then we go to the next part, because this is all about agriculture. Otherwise, I know there will be people will be saying, sir, you're talking about all tech and agri and sorry, all the automobile, everything. But we are a technology based, sorry, we are agriculture country. And okay, what are the skills required to help this country in this level and all? So to understand that, I'll take you to another picture. And what you see here, you can see the global exporters of agriculture product. It is 2020 data. Even then, global exporters of agriculture product. Who are the number one? Number one is US. Okay, globally exporting. Okay, second one, read it carefully. Netherlands, Dutch, the Holland people. Third one is Brazil. Fourth, Germany. Fifth, China. So, and you just look at the size of these countries. Number one is America, 98 lakhs square kilometer. Okay. The second one is Netherlands, 0.37 lakhs, small country. Okay. Number three, the Brazil, 85 lakhs square kilometer. China, 96 lakh. And these are the second largest one is Netherlands is the agricultural product. How many of you are aware of it? We consider Netherlands, Holland, and all itself a industry-based developed country. Not that way alone. Agriculture also they are leading. And the surprising fact doesn't end there. How they are doing it? They are the second largest export in the world after the US. Using, just read it carefully, 0.5% of the land. Entire country, this is a list 1 by 200 of America, and they are using just 0.5% of the land. And they do agriculture. They are the largest agriculture export. And because they have the skill, modern agricultural skill. Okay, so they have all these vertical indoor farming, precision agriculture, that is climate control and all, LED lighting. Plants are grown in huge buildings like this. And they are given light, not sunlight, LED light. So here you see R&D. Not all plants can do. They have identified which plants can be grown like this. 24 hours plants are provided sunlight. It is European country. Now it is very hot degree. Otherwise, 6 months winter and all they have. So the problem solved. 24 hours light. LED is a light source. Okay, and this is advertisement from the Philips company. Company advertises buy their lamp for strawberry growing. So imagine in our country maybe having 10 or 12 hours of light instead not 10 hours, 24 hours light. You are not allowing the plants to sleep. This is what we call boosting productivity. Technologically, where do they stand? And next one, and that is how they are the largest exporters. Even America also same way. And when you read in our newspaper, this is all fully subsidized and all. That is not always true. And that I'll come to that. That is politics. So they when they produce in such large quantities, and what is the quantity? Tomato, you read it carefully. Indian average is 20-25 tons from 1 hectare. 20-25 tons from hectare. Hectare is football ground, 1 football ground. Whereas in the European countries and all, generally it is, you can see in the lower data, 200, 250, 120, 200, 250, 600 tons per hectare. Imagine Indian farmer with 20-25 tons. And here the other side, the other people are with 250, 600 tons and no pesticides. Almost no pesticides, high quality ones. And when they ask for exporting, government of India cannot say no. In such cases, they will say, we don't require your items also. That is what happened in the case of recent trade barrier, trade war. America said, if you are not allowing our farmers to export to your country, we will block our items. And that they did to our cotton. And we'll suffer. So what is the necessity? We have to, our farmers have to get the necessary skill. They should go ahead from this 20, 25 to 56 tons and they should produce quality items. And to understand more about it, I'll take you to another video and that will give you a clear-cut answer. And don't think that this is possible only in developed countries or the developing countries. The nearby country also, because we are all biased in such things. The nearby country is a small country called Baku. Azerbaijan, part of Azerbaijan, they employ the same thing. Past 10-15 years, they have been doing it. The research and development, now they have done the field of agriculture. Remember, we are the largest agricultural area, everything that is true. Productivity, skills, that matters. And this is what you see. One greenhouse farm in the Netherlands, in Europe, many places. Single one. Its size is 10 to 15 hectare. 10 to 15 hectare. 1 football ground is 1 hectare, nearly 1 hectare. You think about it. It is all inside building, covered with materials. Now we have similar situations, similar small modern greenhouse are in Bangalore and all in some places, but not much. But anyway, so inside what is happening? It is transparent. Sunlight can go through it. And during the winter season, yes, they will be using other sources and no no soil. It is not soil based. Okay. And who are working there? And no pesticides, almost no pesticides. And where do we stand? And you will see automation. Who are working there? You have to see automation, robotics, AI, everything. You just see that from top to bottom. Then think about it, why this is not happening in this country. Are you all there? You can, you are listening, no? I'm audible, visible? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is a question we have to ask ourselves, why this is not happening. We all know here a lot of all these cries for poor farmers. Farmers are struggling, whether in Maharashtra, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, everywhere. See, but these countries are making better of it. How that is possible? See that.
Nothing, I'll find.
And this is not plastic material, it's biodegradable. And these pipes are all precision agriculture. They use 9 liters for 1 kindle or something like that. And whereas America uses 127 liters, world average is 237 liters. Water foot mark, amount of water required for producing this vegetable is 9 liters. Okay, and that is the lowest one, most efficient one. Bell pepper is capsicum. So here we are seeing AI, robotic scanner, scanning with the machine and determining based on the color of the spectrum, all these modern technology. As I told you, the size of this machine, sorry, these particular greenhouse gardens are 15-20 hectares. And in a small country like Netherlands and all, they have 4,000. That's why I said they are using only 0.5% of the entire land and they export it. This is the interior of the, the roof will be like this. This can be tilted. It can be opened or closed, motorized and transparent also. So depending upon the season, whether it is winter or summer, yes, sunlight goes in and everything, all other things are not. Yeah, this is all researched out and this part you carefully read it. Bell pepper is growing some other types of peppers. Pepper means no, it's capsicum, I told you. And they can grow anything here. See, it's a condition. And you just look at here, this is the green chilies and this is a country from where now these people who came before the British to India in search of pepper in Kerala, South India war was there. They lost it. Then after their defeat only British came. Now they don't have to depend upon any of this. Just plant pepper plant in their country and it grows there. That's all. So one farm like this, there are thousands of farms like this. So altogether, that all contribute to their economy. And I'll take one small video from the nearby region also. I'm sorry, that is not open again. Okay. I think I didn't put. Okay. So the same thing you can see in the less affluent country also. So how they have reached that levels and all. Why, yeah, now this already I mentioned LED light, then the usage of strawberries. No way. Oh, sorry. This has to be shared. Okay. And greenhouse farming and how many workers are there. Now you have seen who are working there, employment and all. It's a small country, so population is also different. And then the skills they're having. This is all based on the R&D. That's what I said in the beginning, R&D, research and development. What kind of research would have done? How can a Philips company, when they advertise like that, who brought in this idea? They have identified the plants which can be grown like this long ago. Wageningen University and all. So based on the requirement, the farmers, based on the requirement, the local economy, that is done. And the second part is how to cultivate it. I'll be see next one. And it is not soil based. It is not in the soil also. And the LED light, again research. And then which plants can be grown like that? That is pure botany, agriculture, botany, everything together. And LED light, what's its impact? And now the company based on that producing the item and supply to the farmer. So industry, institution, farmer, collaboration, everything you see here. And that's what. So they update it. That's another thing. So this is a hydroponic greenhouse, water media and all. And this is the one tomato one. It's also a kind of hydro because plants know they require some media. It can be water or it can be a fluid, and the roots have to grow. That's all. Nutrients are sucked it. And what you see in this picture, this material is coconut fiber. And I'm talking to you from the region where no coconut and coconut husk is so cheap and it is not of much use here. Farmers after everyday use, we all at home do the same thing. This is actually burned out because earlier there was a lot of takers for this coconut fiber and all. Now what happened with the arrival of LPG, this has become very easy to and simple to, LPG is one. So they wasted. And this material is what they are using in this kind of agriculture media as a media instead of soil, because it has high porosity, water retention capacity, and not only water. To this coconut fiber, they are adding other material also, cocoa pit. They are adding bacteria, useful fungi, then mixing with the zeolite like material, aluminum phosphate, and also after some time that phosphate will be useful for the plants also. And where in Europe you will get coconut fiber, temperate country, it grows only in the tropical countries. Where in India you will see coconut trees only in a small place. So similarly, 80% of this coconut fiber is coming from India, Sri Lanka mostly, and then Taiwan. Then nearby country also maybe. Anyway, Southeastern country, and then from Mexico, and there they are converted. Then another material used for. So here you have to think about the skill agriculture, how it can be modern agriculture, boosting productivity. And here what you see, this is another material, volcanic rock is there. And when the rock is heated, it becomes soft. Again, research. And instead of soil, that is used. It can be reused. And about the coconut in cocoa pit in greenhouse farming, from where it is coming? It is part of, you can say, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, South Indian farmers. They know it very well. Indian knowledge is only. Kayar pit can be used. Part of agriculture, soil conditioning. But it is modernized by someone else. Patented processing technology. And all these materials, it is going from India and Sri Lanka, Europe and Asia, 80%. We sell it, we get money. Okay. When you come to Alleppey and all, you can see in the interior, there are a number of farms now where this coconut fiber, cocoa pit is made, and it is made into blocks like this. Next to what happened from Sri Lanka also, European East Asian companies, processing hubs are there, patented method, tannin reduction. Coconut contains its fiber is having a tannin, not good for plant. They remove it, and it is patented. Then microbial, I told you, bacteria and fungus added. Then some other material also. Ultimately, greenhouse ready, and that is a product. So India, Sri Lanka, raw material. Europe, Asia, processing and packaging. Then you can just simply buy it and use in the greenhouse. Right? So now we see how from one end to the other end the system works like. Here we could have done it, and what about the productivity, agriculture productivity? So this is what IKS when we think about instead of politicizing it, there's a good part is there, very much is there. This is what IKS is about. Traditional material lacks, okay, it can be utilized properly, research and all. So we lost many things like that. Now it is patented anyway. And then in India, what we see, this one become useful for me. Farmers know what you are seeing here. They are drying turmeric. Nothing wrong in that. You are seeing 3 farmers, like in Nagpur and Maharashtra. Andhra also is very hot. Kerala, fortunately, our temperature is 25, 28 and really. And 40 degrees Celsius, 3 farmers, hot sun, they are walking, drying turmeric. How much time it takes? How many days? And another thing, And this has been our technology past 100 years. No change at all. Why? Even if someone invents some industry or machine to do that, our industry will not support it. That is what, because industry will say we have cheap labor. Why should we go for a machine? But my question, what you see here, these poor farmers, their kids will be studying in our colleges. And then what happened? Will they go back to agriculture? Will they go back to? And instead, you think about modern agriculture factories and all those setups are there. What may happen? Productivity. Then how many days are required? 1 week, nearly, drying turmeric and all. And if it rains and all, what may happen? And then think about the technology they know. They know nothing about the technology. They are not watching YouTube. They do not know what is Netherlands and how modern farming copied. Nothing at all. So based on the knowledge known to them, they go on like this small farmer, 1 hectare or 2 hectare. That is the reality. Okay. And the same thing about garments also, garment industry. The same person has written a very good article. It is from the EIT, one Professor Jayan, publications also there. Bangladesh and Vietnam outperformed India in the garment industry. How many of us are aware of it? Read it carefully. They have beaten us. Can you believe it? Because modernization is not happening. And the companies know they look for cheap labor. That is our country's. Yeah. And next one, GDP. Yes, one among the top 10. But from agriculture, how much? 17, 18% of the GDP only from agriculture. Industry, service sector, all other, our money is coming from there. But you read it carefully, agriculture, largest source of livelihoods in India. 55% of the total workforce is living like this. These people. So what is required? You and me will say modernization. But for that, these small farmers, they don't have the technology, no money, no skills. So what's option? Government will come out with some option. Private sector, some companies, then only it can be done. Then what happens? And that is what Indian politics. What happens? You and me know that. All will be in support of farmers. They will give all wrong information to farmers. Politics that plays there. Ruling party on one side, others on the other side. Mislead. It all happened during the digital, Paytm, all these apps, same thing happened. And this is a tragedy of India. Okay. And in countries like China, there's a different scenario easily. So what you and me can do, otherwise you'll ask me the question. See, we are not politicians. We are neutral people. We have student population with us. Bring in courses that are useful to whether in Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Kerala. I'm not saying everything should be about agriculture alone. Whatever might be the requirement of your region, bring in modern farming techniques. And there you have seen that country is using 0.5% of the land. 0.5%. And the entire country is so small. And they don't require all that land. Productivity is high. Industry, farming industry. Products are there, exported. And then what are the pesticides? How much pesticides we consume, how much money we give to the hospitals. That is what we call as standard of life is high in the European countries and all. Doesn't mean we have to go there. I'm not saying that's not the meaning. Don't mislead me. So this is the reality. Pesticide-free food. Your kids, our kids, everybody is doing that. Okay, so it's possible. Strict rules are there. So what we can do in colleges and all, modern farming techniques, practices, bring in technology related like this. Imagine you are from a very good private college or in a rural region. Showcase this can be to the farmers. Otherwise, they will take loan after loan and they will suffer. Modern farm, campus, equipped with all these machineries and take it as your practicals. Precision agriculture, automated machinery, irrigation system. Bring in such practicals. Offer a course in this line. Ultimately, what happened? Technologies, drones, IoT. Yeah, for that collaboration, initial investment is there. Ultimately, what happened? Students of your college, your region, they will learn campus farm. This is possible, and they will take the risk. And somehow something will happen. Otherwise, no. What will happen is we will remain as such for many, years like this. 79 years after independence, we are here. And those Dutch people and all, they learned it during World War II. Germans blocked entire thing to them. No foods were available. And that is the period when the university started mingling with the agriculture production that turned towards. Anyway, so this is the core point. Please take it like that. Okay. And then about the cotton also, there is a short story. Since it is from Maharashtra region, I think I should say that for the productivity of cotton in India is very low. Why? 400 kilogram from hectare. That is what somewhere the article, so I missed it. Okay. And here also in the Netherlands, European countries, you should read it. Strict regulations are there. Farmers cannot apply fertilizer. Cannot apply fertilizer as and when they feel. Is it possible in India? Maybe no regulations. Why? Because all the fertilizer, all the pesticide you are adding to the water bodies or to the farm, it reaches the water body. It affects the water body and lead to pollution. That is not permitted. And there are limits are there. And how much of dung, elephant, sorry, not cow or a buffalo or any dung, you cannot have 3-4 cow dung in your, cows and buffaloes in your home, because that will be cow dung and it will produce methane gas. Buffalo also same thing. So that is why farm tax, animal tax is there. A family, you can grow 1 or 2, that's all. Transporting, strict rules are there. Now, you will laugh because all these possibilities in India, we have nothing at all, nothing. No restrictions on nitrogen, phosphate or urea, nothing at all. Okay, we don't need it. No, but yeah, it is not possible. Anyway, that's another thing. I just want to highlight that. Then cotton productivity is in Brazil and 400 kilogram per hectare, whereas in 2000 kilogram per hectare, and in India it is 400. And it is from an article in the Brazil, one newspaper article. I saw that it is by the cotton industry itself. Anyway, and next, this is about the China. How many of us are aware? No, China is like this. What? 53% of battery. CATL, BYD, 2000 they started. They do it. And in India, till 2024, that is what I have seen, 1.9 million, 1,010,000 lakhs. So he said 20 lakhs electric vehicles. All the battery came from China. And this is an article. Electric vehicle, India electric vehicle colony. That is why government is so strict about bringing regulations. But they are 20 years ahead of us. Their research and development, they started in 2000. Lithium-ion battery, BYD build a car, then the CATL, contemporary, and then within another 10 years, they become the manufacturing. All lithium batteries are coming from there, not nickel cadmium. Collaborations with universities and all. Then another 15 years. Yeah, this is the time now we were all complaining the batteries are roasting. China is having cheaper battery, not good, everything. But that all changed. Now, entire world is 53% when we say it depend upon the country. And 2020, they are ready with the battery recycling technology. Battery recycling. Battery can be reused. After 7-8 years, you don't have to worry about what you are going to do with electric vehicle batteries. So their batteries are cheaper. And then 2025, 26. Now, if you check the websites, you can see now they are ready with the next kind of battery, sodium chloride, cheapest one. Energy efficient, or wait and see. You can check yourself in the Google and all. CATL is ready, sodium chloride. Why? Lithium is costly. They have to get it from Africa or South America. There are a lot of environmental issues. And this one is cheaper. And now India is almost getting ready with the modernization with the lithium and all. And by that time, the nearby countries with the cheapest one, cheapest source of battery material. And from where all started? Again, America. That is why when we say Trump and all say you stolen from us to a certain extent. 1996, University of Texas, lithium iron phosphate was this cathode material, not battery. Then thereafter, everything was done in China. All other countries were after nickel cadmium, nickel cobalt. Okay, but this country, they knew that this nickel cobalt manganese, it has problem. nickel and cobalt. In the long run, it will not be available. So they went for lithium. Now they are the masters in lithium. That is number one. Another example. See, where do we stand? 17% of world population. If we are buying from what our famous companies were doing here, why we didn't think about that line? 17% of world population India, 17% China. All batteries from now, everything from this country. Why? And another one, electronics, manufacturing, all these items. No, you can check yourself in the internet and you see Micromax owner himself, Micromax Indian Mobile. It was successful, but collapsed by 2020. This country got the lithium batteries cheaper. Smartphone industry. So with the chip, see, they process it, they produce it, and they have the technology, patented technology. So what happened ultimately? Cheap batteries. So cheap some mobile phones. And gone. That's why we are seeing now. So global dominance of China, how it is possible? Electronics, electric, anything. And why it is like that? And there another one. Rare earth minerals, Chinese. This is all from the YouTube. Indian automakers, American automakers, they're all afraid. If China stops supplying rare earth elements, these 17 of them, China, it all has to come from China. We have these rare earth elements in our land, but we do not have the processing technology. Cheapest one. That is the thing. So each smartphone, each electric vehicle, it needs about 6 to 10 rare earth elements like this. Camera lens coating, lambdanum, display, europium. If China is not supplying, giving to the country, 60-70% China controls it. It is not controlling. They have the research, they have the exploration, processing skill, and products also there is. Now we understand. We have, it is all from rock. India has 6.9 million metric tons in reserve. But China has huge, 44 million. And you look at Vietnam, 22. But we don't have the technology. They have nearly 20 years of research. Who did the research? Their university, chemistry, metallurgy, university, state labs, linked with industry. That's what I said. Now they are moving away from lithium to sodium chloride. Cheapest one, sodium. Efficiency or not, that will come to know. Then all these apps, DeepSeek, TikTok, Temu. This is a BBC article. From where? Which country? And why they have reached that level? And this is the core point of my presentation, my work. Vocational education. This is what NEP is telling. Skill-based vocational education. Technical vocational training. Government policy, NEP. Education reform. Yes, we are. Industry collaboration. We have to do. Cultural mindset. That's not difficult to change. Because here you see their education system is also like this. University, degree, PG, everything is there. But 50% of Chinese students do not go to colleges. They go to ITIs and polytechnics. Now we understand why all the global companies are happy in China. Any factory for that matter. Recently there was an article, even of Apple also, when they started in India, 200 engineers were from China. 200 engineers from China. They are the experts. And then strong industry collaboration. You have a collaboration, NAC report and all sort of collaboration, you and me know it. Apprenticeship also. Still it is going on. Industry collaboration means what? That is what I showed you. Philips light and agriculture and all. Somebody did the research. And then what happened? Companies, so a lot of agriculture companies or battery companies or car companies, anything, when they come up, designing the courses, because the students of your region, suppose you are from Nasik, wine industry is there. What is the requirement of wine industry? Accordingly, colleges design courses. So what happened? The people of the region will get jobs, job ready. So colleges, industry, co-design courses. And this system, they copied from Germany. 1930s, 40s, Germany was there. Dual education, apprenticeships. Students will be spending say it as practicals in colleges, sorry, the factories. So what happened? Not meaningless practicals, no. I don't want to comment anything about it. Bring in useful practicals. Okay. So what happened? Theory, colleges, 1.5 years. After that, no, they'll be getting apprenticeship or expertise. So they are job ready students when they come out. And already, yeah. Third one, government investment in vocational training. Yes, government funding is there. Now with NSDC, Skill India Mission, a lot of options are there. We have to make use of it. UGC fund, DBT fund, DST fund, everything was available. What happened? You will say, no, sir, we are not having good lab, good, so suppose no, we have to bring in AI and robotics training centers, how it is possible. I know I received so many questions. See, questions, no, I don't have ready-made answers. See, all these funds are available. Now with the PM Usha, PM Rosa, or no, somehow you have to find out if you belong to private management. See that courses in this line is offered. And now that change will happening. If you are not doing that, the nearby private universities or other universities, they will do it. Occasional courses. So funds are there. Then when the funds coming to your college, see, decision making by whom so far? Mostly management, the principal, or the stronger department. What do you mean by stronger department? As I told you, I'm from a college, so I know what is the stronger and less stronger department. And all other teachers, passive teachers are there. You may be having all ideas and all, but unless you demand it. So you have to see that the funds from various courses are utilized properly. If you have any say there, otherwise nothing will change in your college or system. Okay, so that's the option. So what I said, funds from funding bodies, young teachers. You have another 10, 20 years to go. People like me, I just retired last month. So I said, okay. And if you're senior teachers, no, they have just 3, 4 years to go. HOD or who might be that. It's a different scenario. You cannot go like the earlier system. And then cultural mindset shift, respect for skilled workers. For that, I'll tell you, suggest you to watch all these Chinese, nursery videos are there, nursery schools. And what do they study in nursery schools? From a very young age, they get the craftsman spirit. Craftsman spirit. Each child in a nursery also, they learn cooking. Playful. Yes, I'm not saying no student has to cook or anything like that. The one which is of interest to that. So each kid will be that particular mindset they get there. Craftsman spirit. Painting, and then cooking, or maybe cutting, or no, cutting means some designing, carpentry, all those things, whatever in the funny way, they do that. So craftsman spirit is there. Okay, similarly, and then what are the jobs here? We don't allow our students to go over ITI, Polytechnic, no. IIT means fine, we won't. And that is the difference. When 50% go to ITI, Polytechnic, and get the plumbing and electrical machinery and solar panel, everything. Now here now it's changing slowly. But generally, this mindset is there. Society pressures students to white collar. Even if you imagine your son or daughter says, I want to do ITI, Polytechnic, we will not allow. We'll say you go do UG, PG or engineering and then think about something like that. But now anyway, it's changing. So that's the Chinese mindset. And then what kind of courses to be brought in? Yes, AI, robotics, automation, all these are necessary. We may not have studied reskilling, upskilling is necessary if it is relatable to your subject. Okay, semiconductor, that's a different thing. Okay, and next one, R&D that I'm leaving. Private sector participation, foreign influence, you can collaborate with, because the freedom is there, autonomous colleges and private colleges and all. Then reforms and evolution. Updates curriculum. And see, China has one big advantage. You know what is that? I'm not advocate should happen here. All decisions are from the top. Beijing decides. 31 provinces, single party, communist party, you know that, democracy, everything you heard about it. And then their human right abuse. That's what West also says. They make cheaper product. But what about the environmental concerns? We do not know. It is not open. You cannot enter there also. And then what are the working hours? How many hours weekly holidays? You can check yourself in a website and find out. Anyway, so continuous reforms and evolution. This is strict. You have to revise your curriculum, and these are mandatory. Automation AI skills are there. And then what happened when we revise? We also have to update lifelong learning, reskilling. Just example, as I told you during COVID period, all teachers learn digital skills. Similarly, many things in the coming days. So teaching job is not going to be an easy at all in the coming years. Otherwise, no survival. If your institution is not there, you are not there. That's all. So what we have to do, we have to see that our institution is offering all the right course and we are having the students. Otherwise, they will wind it up. Okay. So now you know what are the issues like. Okay, then there are various technologies and all that you can see later. Robots and IoT things, this all happen. Then research I'm skipping, this also I'm skipping. Then very simple thing. Otherwise, you will ask me, you'll catch me, sir, this all investment oriented, how you can do that. What about this one? Assignments and seminars. Actually, what is assignments and seminars? Why assignments matter? Assignment is meant for what? It is not simply giving a topic and copying something. That is what my students were telling me, sir, the European universities and all, very strict assignment topic, not something from the syllabus and all, something relevant. You take it and you do the data analysis correctly. Sorry, not data analysis, the review, present it. And while presenting, the teacher will be there to ask you questions. Other students also will be there. It may be a problem belonging to one sector. For example, we say it is a problem affecting the fishing people. Now the El Nino boat, all those things. Others also will come to know. And then no plagiarism, no copying is permitted. So each one thinks, and that others also come to know what exactly are the problems. So it helps the students in critical thinking, analysis, writing skill. Okay. Next one, seminars. Yes, we have seminars. What happens? Actually, seminars will help the students to have what? When somebody presents, others are keenly listening, including the teacher. Critical questions will come. Reasoning and presentation skills. Is it happening in our colleges, our university system? And what is our role? Students, anyway, you leave them. They are students. They will take it lightly. And many teachers told me, sir, if it's take it strictly, students will blame them. See, why do you bother about it? Make it as an institutional policy. No plagiarism, no copying, nothing at all. Many students know, I know that, many of them tried the copying from net and using some tool, Turnitin and all in for the assignment. They lost their semester, 5 to 10 lakhs rupees. They are not supposed to do that. Okay, so teachers' responsibility, we are not doing anything, routine approach, this all has changed. So life skill employability already I indirectly have mentioned here, so I'm skipping. So this is the thing. And then ultimately this question will come. Language and social science teachers, won't they be affected by AI and tech? No. Because, see, tools will come. Tech will make everything faster, agreed. AI has a lot of advantage. It makes processing speed and scale and all. Sorting, correlations, anyway, that is there. But they lack emotional resonance. Only humans can. Narrative intelligence explains. See, now I am telling the story of that capacity AI. Does it have? AI cannot. Only we can. So for that, what is required? Language. And many of the data which I told you, that comes from what? Farmers suffering, everything like that. That for that economics is there, social science are there, but to express it in the form of a story, narrative intelligence, politics also same thing, marketing, personal identity, all this require what? Yes, AI cannot do it. For example, climate change, what may happen? Now I am in Kerala. We see this is now we have rains, but not that much. Okay, but last week, we were all afraid if it hot climate means it will be heavy rains. What may happen? This all beyond a level AI cannot make it. Okay, so but it may come in the future. So arguments and proposals and reports, this all human beings can do. And similarly, a product, you have made a fintech app, Paytm app, taking to the farmer, which language is necessary? English cannot do it. A language it to exploit, to explain that subject to the people, regional language, and for that language capacity should be there, local context. So language is there. Social science. already mentioned farmers of the which region. I'll take another example, that is during the season wise spending differences there, cultural spending pattern. Dasara, Ugadi, students know what is the priority, gift, travel, food, all those things. App only a culturally awarely app, budgeting tax. Okay, so what happened? So this all requires the support of the language and social science teachers. That's it. Okay, so FinTech capital what I mentioned, so I'm skipping it. And then we go to the next one. Computational linguistics is another part. Language teaches how to focus upon this one. See, we all studied language with the theory, grammar, not theory, grammar and semantics, syntax and all, phonetics and pronunciation. Now that's all. AI is there, writing a story, everything they can do. So now what is required is, yeah, at the same time, imagine a language teacher is, he knows the computer algorithm, programming, data analysis. So what we can do with his computer expertise and language, he can make better use of the language. That is the way we have to think about. That is simple terms. An English student or a Hindi student, when Tamil language student, when he's learning all these computer, other aspects, AI tools and all, he comes to know how to use it and what kind of language be used in the regional language and regional apps also. And that is where the future lies. Think like that. Interdisciplinary expertise it is. And that is why NEP is telling, permit the students know, let them. Previously, was it possible for the English student to go and sit in the computer data science class as a practical? No. Now, so let them go there and they will learn. Then the student will think with his English education background, and then what tools from the computer lab can be used here. And this is the way you have to see it. Unfortunately, we didn't get that experience. That's it. Computational linguistics. Okay. And it is a side of AI, subfield of AI, interaction between computers and humans in natural languages. There are so many languages. With English and Chinese and German alone, it won't work. So in each language, translation, how it works. AI cannot do it. Emotions, how it is expressed, it varies. So that's all require natural language processing, NLP, AI, a subtool of AI. Best example, social media. What kind of language is needed for the social media? 20 years ago, no social media. Now only last 10 years, there are a lot of writers and youngsters are there. What language? What language used needed for social media platform? Then you will ask me the question, is it our duty to teach them? And there lies the catch. If students are getting opportunities there, if you are helping them the right media for social media, that is exactly what. And there are newer symbols, newer words, styles online. Digital conversations are there. Earlier shorthand, now it is all changed. Okay. Then another one is the politics. Politicians, what languages use? Power and control. Best example is Donald Trump. He knows what to do, what to say, and all the show and the language and all. Though it is all not irritating, I would say. Yes. The next one, sentiment analysis and literature. NLP techniques, sentiment, your text. When you tell your AI to write something in a sad story, what he can do beyond a level he cannot. Or authorship analysis. What is the sentiment analysis in one particular book? Or if you're asking the AI to say sentiment analysis, it cannot do that. And similarly, authorship analysis. Same author writing different book. I would say the classic example of Michael Crichton. He's the person who wrote the book, Jurassic Park. And the same person who has written another book about Rising Sun, that is about America. Yeah. See the way the authorship analysis and all, NLP techniques, without the support of a human, it is not possible. So now we understand where exactly. Okay, so in what way it will be used? That you have to find out in your regional language, text analysis, language modeling, sentiment analysis, regional languages. Is it all dependent upon Siri, Alexa, Google? It has its own limitations. Google Translate, but anyway, it's catching up. Social media tools, I got it. Okay, then this is one example. When you use AI for translation, AI cannot literal translation, cultural usage or idiomatic usage. Okay, here is regional metaphors are there. Yeah, this is in Rajasthani, I mentioned. This is in Rajasthani. Okay, so in Hindi, you see the Hindi now. So if you give this word now, then chale, the cause. Yeah, in AI will translate something like this, but actually it is a regional idiom. Second one, dil bada hone chahiye. AI will translate like this: heart should be big. It's correct only. Okay, what is the real meaning? Another one, this Hindi one, utke move, me jiga, what happened? Jira, okay, that's all. No, they will reflect. This is what AI can also do it. So human education is necessary. Language teachers are necessary. Idioms and metaphors. So for this, how in Hindi, Rajasthani, Marathi, and all regional languages. So now we understand what is the result like that. Okay. So I have come to major part of my presentation, that is I have done. Then I will be going a little deeper. If you have any questions, no any comments, you can ask me. You are all there. Okay. Anything to ask me? There is no questions in the chat box. Okay. Then we come to the National Skill Qualification Framework. What is that? Yeah. So this you have heard about, no? NHCQF, National Higher Qualification. Okay. Then one more thing which I didn't tell you in the beginning that I have to go back. Yeah, skilling education, what we can do, NSDC, that part, no? Okay. How you can help your student. And for that, we have, Government of India initiative, Skill India Mission is there. Visit the website. I'll share the link, and there you can see home, about us, and student owner, gallery, courses, online course, all those things, and visit. So imagine this is meant for your students to select the right online course. Not only student, you also can do it. Upskilling part. Okay. So when you visit the website, there are online courses. See, imagine you are a first year degree student, one semester. Yes, they want to select a course. Many times they will be confused which course to select. And when they say it is 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees, they will be hesitant. They require guidance from someone like you that you can provide them. Okay. And that is what during your mentoring and all you can do. The students will be given the directions and help and all. Otherwise, many students are coming from poor, uneducated families, farmers and all, farmer kids and all. They may not be having a basic idea. And they are as if you are their parent and you can help them. Okay. And with one semester of teaching, most probably you may be knowing what exactly are the capacities or the inclinations of your student. This is one step. Take them to Skill India digital website, and there you can virtual internship program or any program for that matter, you can help them. Number one. Then another site is National Skill Development Corporation, NSDC. And what is this NSDC? It's another government initiative where various schemes, word skills, internship program, all there. National Skill Development, public partnership, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, MSDE, Government of India. Visit the website. And there will be who we are, what do we, schemes, initiative, lot of things are there, partners, services, like this. So when you visit the website, there is NSDE training partners are there. In your region, which colleges, that is something which you understand. There are many colleges, private mostly, they have partnered with NSDC. And along with the degree, they are offering NSDC courses also, skill-based courses. It is something like, your degree student is studying in your college, BSc. And after that, your student can be enrolled for a course in this region. And maybe plumbing or electric vehicle battery repair or something like that. Okay. And since it is from the colleges, that level has to be seen, level 1, level 2, level 3. So it is level 4 onwards for the college students. Anyway, so visit the website, then sector skill councils are there in your region. Okay, then I find a NSDC training center nearby region. What is the training center? Who are living there? and this all, and then various courses are there. So this all you yourself can check yourself, and you see what are the offerings, and tell the students also. Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana courses offered by this scheme. Yeah, central government scheme it is. Earlier, they used to give a lot of infrastructure fund also, not lot to a certain extent, but now each student will be having 5,000 or 6,000 if that is the cost determined for a course, and that money will be given to the student. The student will be coming with you, and the teacher also will be paid depending upon number of students. So what you teach here? This is not something which you teach in your college. It is a different thing, which is a skill needed for the region, skill India mission part of it. So what are the skills and all we see? Before that, you can click on this kind of link. It takes to NSTC courses, and there you will see various polytechnics, colleges. They have already enrolled, and then apply. You become a training partner. Your college become partner. If you are not a partner, your nearby college might have done it. And then what happened? This investment now what happened? No infrastructure lab, no the NSDC based on the data you enter. They will select the course for your college. Not they will select. You can select. You can offer. So the department this course, Finst department course. There you have to show what is the infrastructure available. Accordingly, NSDC they will check it up. It's very serious, and they will provide your college the right course. Okay, and some departments they may not get the right one. Teachers will be good, but no infrastructure. Anyway, so whatever might be that teacher will be, you can become a trainer. In addition to your regular teaching, if you have time, you can become an NSDC trainer. When after your regular teaching hours, on holidays or on the Saturdays, Sundays like that, then what happens? You run the course there, and the students will be joining, and then how you become eligible. To become eligible as a teacher or trainer, you have to become something else. You have to do something else. That is, you have to attend a course. Skill center has there. You have to attend training of master's trainers course is there. So imagine if you are expert in a certain what I say wine making, and if that course is not wine making, you get a wine making, you can leave it. Ornamental fishes. So if you are interested, you have seen it from your parents, you know the basics. But even then, ornamental fish farming, you have to undergo a course. Okay, and it's training, and there will be certain Sundays. And after clearing that training, you are eligible to be a teacher for fish farming course. Okay, then you can offer the course in your institution. That is one option. But if you are not, so you can become a training partner. Your college is offering a course, or in the nearby college also, or the nearby institution also. Imagine your college, no expertise there. You can call somebody from the nearby college. Not you can. NSDC will say, you have these people are there. Why don't you call them? So you have to attend the training of trainees course. That's all. Another one, if you're not interested in teaching, you're not anything of this, you can go for content development. Content development. What is content development? You can write the subject. See, for example, there are various courses like what I would say. I'll take you to course. Yeah, you see embroidery, wood carving, or pickling and fermentation. You are an expert. You have known it from your family, and you know what to do with the certain fruits and all. That technique, if it is known to you, you are a skilled one. Then you may be knowing what is the process. You can help NSDC by writing content for them. It is not free. Okay, so that is what content writing is also there, but options limited. And then ultimately, if you are not interested in any of these, you can guide the students to NSDC's apprenticeship. NSDC apprenticeship. You are no UG student, first year, second year, guide them. So this is all what Government of India is asking us to do, requesting us to do. For what? As I said, for skill development, skilling ecosystem, it has to be done. I hope you have understood. So that is about the NSDC. So visit the NSDC website, and there you will see all these schemes like this, and that will help you. And then when you are going for the NSDC websites and all, there you come across this level 1, level 2. Earlier it was level 10. Now, as per the latest National Skill Qualification Framework, National Skills Qualifications Framework. What is this? NSQ. It is a competency-based framework. So, based on your levels of knowledge, skill, aptitude. So, level 4. Okay. So, for colleges and all, the level starts from level 4. Level 4.5. Level 4.5, because level and 4 students only can join here. That is, when a student completes 11th or 12th standard, he is reached 4 level. Okay. They can join for the degree courses offered in your colleges. Courses offered in your college at level 4.5 level. Okay. So what do you mean by level 1, level 2? Level 1 means 5th class standard. So a student up to 5th class, he's got the level. He has some. Imagine you have a person in your village who has studied only up to 5th class. So he can be a helper or basic operator. He cannot apply for higher level like supervisor, data entry operator. This is how the system work in West also. The funny part, I'll show you level 2.5. That is the best example to see. You can become a tailor, provided you have 9th, 10th education, 2.5 and 3. So what does it mean? A person below, a licensed tailor or a plumber, he should have this much level of 9th or 10th standard education. Then you will ask me the question, no, it's already, there are so many without. That is the old condition. Now ask for the newer. So they're likely the newer norms, certainly it will come. So person with the basic education like this, 9th and 10th, he has the necessary skill and knowledge, otherwise also, but more scientifically. Okay. So similarly, degree level student, he is at the 4.5, first year of student, first year UG and first year of UG and second year of UG, 4.5 and 5 level. So what happened? 3-year degree. So 3.3 year degree, we are at the 5.5 level. And when someone completes the 4-year degree program, he is at the 4-year program. Sorry, the level 6. Okay, so level 6 now he can work he can apply for, he can eligible for a job like sub-engineer, assistant manager and all. Okay, so then PG, be careful, there's a confusion. Level 6.5 and 7. 7 is for engineering, MTech and all those degrees. Not engineering PG. They are considered as 7. Our PG, that is 3-year UG plus 2-year PG, or it can be 4-year UG plus 1-year UG, or it might be that after completion of 5 years, you are at the 6.5 level. PG first year means that is equivalent to UG 4th year and level 6. Okay. Level 8 is the PhD. A person with PhD means that you have reached the topmost of the education qualification. So that is the next part. So this is all part of it. Then you may ask me why these levels and all. So suppose somebody is going to Canada. This is an international recognized pattern. So when someone from the India goes to Cambodia or Vietnam, and they advertises for, when they ask for the education qualification, with 9th and 11th, we are supposed to reach at this level. Okay, 9th or 10th level 2 point. Okay, so when you are at the 3.5 level, okay, it says that he can be employed as a supervisor. As per the Indian qualifications, this fellow has completed 11th and 12th classes. So he is at the 3.5 level or 4th level. So according to the Indian this level system, which is in level with the international system, he can be employed as a supervisor. He has the skill, theory knowledge, and the practical knowledge also to work as a this level. That is what it says. Okay, and then we go to the other terms like, okay, this is not known to you, so I am skipping. Then NEP 2020, and now UGC is going to be, now it is changed with the Higher Education Commission of India, Bharatiya Ucha Shiksha Ayog, Higher Education Commission of India Bill 2025. So Higher Education Commission of India or Bharatiya Ucha Shiksha Ayog. So there what happened? AICT, NCT, UGC, engineering college, these all terms all gone. Instead, it is all replaced by a single body, Higher Education Commission of India, HECI. No UGC, no AICT, no NCT. It is all replaced by HEC, Higher Education Commission of India. Next one, And then medical and law college will be separate law bodies will be there, that you have to understand. Okay, then various schemes is already I mentioned, so I'm okay, that I can rush through. Then the last one, education of different type: formal education and non-formal education. So what is formal, non-formal, informal? This is all from see, formal means no colleges and all you are going, you're getting. Non-formal means the online courses. Yeah, because online course to attend, no, you should have basic qualification. But informal means something which you have learned unplanned, unintentional, maybe hobbies, or which were selfish farming, apiculture, honeybee culture. This all you may have learned from your family member, neighbor, or carpentry also. And I'll show you a long list: poetry, so not poetry, pottery, weaving, embroidery, terracotta art. All these are cooking. Yes, traditional cooking. Some are very experts. Biryani making, for example, if you are from South, pickling, fermentation, all these are examples of additional informal. You do not have to attend any college and all. So such knowledge may be, imagine, see in this image now what you are seeing, this is a Kerala village. The villages of this region, they're all mostly from illiterate elders, but they are experts in making, weaving. There is a grass, it is a weed only, but with that weed, sedge grass, they are experts in making basket weaving like this, or mat weaving like this, traditionally woven mats, and they are experts. Okay, so their skills are not, yeah, not certified. Okay, so to certify that, there will be courses you can offer it. You know how you can see, there are 10 people like that. Imagine 100 people are there, not 10, and among the 100 maybe 10 or 20 will be top experts. So bring in a system to evaluate their assessment, their skill assessment, and that is what practical test interview. You cannot make them to sit and study in a college and school and do that, but instead the testers interview and portfolios required to test their capacity. If it is basket weaving technique, you conduct a particular kind of practical test and see, and accordingly provide certification. This is what you can do for your region, society. If you are in a rural region, if a lot of elders are like this, if you can help them to certify it, so what will be the advantage? We do not know if it is a tourism belt, or if this mat is having a lot of demand, and they can, with their certification and all, they can get employment somewhere, maybe cooperative society or in private sector or in Amazon, anyway, some initiative, or in some supermarkets, and that will enable them to contribute towards their economy, home, family economy, as well as the country's economy, skilling environment. So I come to the end of the last part. I'm not getting any answers. I do not know. This is what you can see. If you come to Kerala, you can see there is a village, and they are all experts for this thing, carpentry, and this is the coconut fiber they are making, and this is basket weaving, which I told you already. Yeah, and that is all coming under the category RPL. So rural farmers, rural construction workers, youth without schooling, they are all you are, and in your NAC report assessment time, you can indicate it as regional, sorry, not regional, prior learning, RPL, recognition of prior learning they have, and you are certified. So certifying experiential learned skills, and that is what recognition of prior learning, RPL, how your college has contributed. This is what you can do. So thank you. If no questions here, I think I can. Is somebody here? So thank you very much. Now I am
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, I am here, Adya sir.
Sir, one question. We generally hear the words. What about the smart cities like that? So what do you think? Because in my opinion, instead of smart cities, or in addition to smart cities, smart village, that is much, much more important as far as our country is considered. What's your opinion, sir?
So it's not my opinion alone, because this is an international problem. All across the country now, people are moving towards urban areas. Why? They all require education, facilities, transportation, and that is globally. Even data is there globally. Okay. So how many urbanization is a thing. So that is what happening. Smart villages we can think about, but no villages also ultimately, when because now all these industries, transportation, metro, everything. See, we all have education, medical facility, all.
But that is creating the imbalance, no, sir.
Sir, now
Because
why people
villages are going to become empty, and all the mobs, they are going to the cities area. So cities,
yeah, that's the other way
so
around.
rural
See,
people, they are also facing the problem, and city people, they are also facing the problem.
no,
So
no, you ask
somewhere, somehow, something
my
new thinking
simple
should be there.
question to you. How many
Huh?
of us know educated people are we ready to work in the urban rural areas? Why we don't go? And same way, the farmers and everyone thinks about it. Their children, their education, their facilities, shopping mall, everything. Okay, maybe a few exceptions, but generally now with the social media and all, it's very difficult whether you agree or not. But as I said, no, this is the UN data. 60-70% world population, because I have been teaching it for a long period of time. I have seen it, urbanization. And then as you asked, no, villages will be empty. You can go to the village and do the cultivation, that's all. That if you're talking about village, but no, that is what the modern agriculture no that says about, like now we have the problem now, all these wild animals, conservation, greening the thing. This is what everybody is trying to do. Global warming is an issue. Carbon sink plants are there. So that means many agriculture plant Europe face the same problem. That is why they told stop fertilizer use. Is it possible in India? Possible, but
Hmm.
yes, sir, because there's a reality, we have to, and
Yeah.
that is, yeah, because the same problem is Denmark, sorry, they also faced, not Denmark, Dutch people. They were just like Middle East, petroleum, oil producing. They stopped it. Yeah.
So thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You have given the wonderful information. Thank you very much, sir.
So I think, yes, if you have any questions, I won't be having ready answers, but see, there are many things we can understand when we talk each other and when we see. But that agriculture is something which shocked me also, because when I saw that, then what chance we have? We read in newspaper, America is doing that, this and all. It is not subsidy always. They will help their farmers, but the productivity is so high. How we can compete with them, so that no changes happen, and for that no big companies have to come, otherwise no way around. That is what I see it. Because pesticide, no, because I know that farmers know, if they do that, pests will come, and then they will apply pesticide. And now recently, as we have seen in newspaper, Japan or some countries all say no mangoes from India. So what the farmer can do? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful session and very good information. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, yes, sir. Yes. If any more any further questions, or yeah. And I like it in the sense, this is a real problem, because when I read from the cotton farmers president, they themselves only said Indian cotton productivity is 400, whereas in Brazil it is 2000 per hectare. Then how can we compete with them? They use genetically modified seed, GM seed, and here no GM seed come. See, this is not something we are going to eat. China, Australia, America, 10 years, that is how America is having all this high quantity of cotton, and they'll give it to Bangladesh. Okay, that is the policy, like for garment manufacturing, dyeing and all. But here, no, if suppose some government says no, then all are up in against GM seeds. GM seed, this is not something we are going to eat. At least in the agriculture farm, and the farmers commit suicide, and there no cotton and everything get destroyed. Productivity is so low. This is India. So that is what as normal people, sorry, neutral people, we can. Okay, so when we become part of one system, yeah, there will be biased opinion, but we can pass on this information, the real right information, to the students, and let them think about it, and then we can offer them skill-based courses, and that is what NEP is trying to do. Otherwise, no, as I said, our nearby neighbor, the way they are going ahead, who, China? Okay, so thank you. So I am leaving since no further questions and nobody is having any questions, and I have completed my session. Thank you very much for nearly 3 hours, listening to me. Yes. Thank you all. Bye-bye. And this PDF I will be sharing with the coordinator, and then you can get from them and you can refer it later. Okay. Thank you.
Participant, I think we should stop here. If there are no questions, then we can conclude with the permission of our expert, Professor Sabu sir. Professor Sabu sir, there are no questions. So if you could permit, shall we conclude, sir? Hello, Professor Sabu sir. Okay, so friends, I think we should stop here. Thank you, Professor Sabu sir, for such a wonderful session. I extend my sincere thanks for your thought-provoking session and precious time here. So, with the kind consent of Professor Sabu sir, I would like to declare that this session will be over here. And participant, there will be an MCQ test we have already shared in the group as well as by email.